What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and I'm not even going to hold you. This whole situation, after the kids were brought into it, is trash. This is messy on a whole nother level. We then crossed lines, we then crossed barriers, we then crossed oceans, seas. I don't even know where we're at. It's just a level of trash we haven't seen in a long time.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
His name is Make It Make Sense. He makes nothing make sense.
Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Been to a lot of Diddy parties. I know. And ain't none of them had no dirty shit happening at them. All that happening with Diddy is a conspiracy, y'all. Ain't been like, first off, ain't been to no parties.
A few moments later.
Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can.
Okay. We're going to start with this one. It's easy. Everybody knows that something's been going on with Ray J for a minute. You will see him randomly on people's live streams.
Yo, check, can I pay for good eye vision? Come on, let's see who can really do it. Come on.
We seen him trolling with Nicki.
I ain't been attractive in like years, so I don't know how to be attractive. I just know how to be honest, and I'm telling you right now.
So listen, Ray J, you are ugly, but you don't have to say that.
That's not right,
You
Nicki.
gotta learn be confident in yourself.
That hurt me, Nicki.
Ugly people, you know, can do things too.
You hurt me. Now you hurt me again. Yo, Nicki. Nicki, why you hurt me? Like, damn. Like, you made my heart drop. Now I'm gonna go get a nose job. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get concealed.
Okay. So he's been on a publicity tour. We technically don't really know what's going on with Ray J. We don't know. What we do know is he been messed with the Kardashians one too many times. I don't know if you guys had seen this, but he made some accusations that they aren't taken lightly.
For stuff that doesn't make any sense for what Diddy's being charged for. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happening, and we all agree with that. But RICO, racketeering, sex trafficking, like I've been with Diddy a long time. And if I haven't seen any of these kind of heinous acts happening, then where was I when it was happening? If you told me that the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. But Diddy, sex trafficking and all.
You just throw that out. It just rolls off the tongue. Not to mention the fact that Kim alone is valued in the billions now. Why would you think that you could make accusations like that about a person that rich? And we'll get into some of the things that he says that I believe about the Kardashians, but that was a hard pill to swallow.
All these other extra things, like it's to me, knowing him, knowing the situation, being around with most of the people that's testifying, you know, I just feel like there's somebody at the top who's making a statement, who's making a point. I'm sure Diddy got the point.
Was Diddy at the top? Or were you at the top? And did Diddy get the point or did you get the point?
Free Diddy, he got the point. He's chilling. And I feel like it's becoming a circus act for stuff that doesn't make any sense for what Diddy's being charged for. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happening and we all agree with that. But a RICO, racketeering, sex trafficking.
So they had enough. Basically, it says Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are officially over Ray J's antics, and now they're taking him to court. According to TMZ, docs filed by their lawyer, Alex Spiro, the mother-daughter duo slapped Ray J with the defamation lawsuit, accusing him of launching a decades-long campaign against them since his short-lived relationship with Kim ended more than 20 years ago. Now, here's the thing. Ray J has said some very interesting things, like the fact that the mom watched the sex tape and gave notes on what they needed to do to reshoot and make it better. That's weird. They didn't try to sue him from that. So I'm of the thought process that that was probably something real that he put out there. I could see the mom watching. I could see it happening. You guys could put it in the chat. I don't think he was lying there. But this was just a cheap way to get more attention, and it's going to cost them. RICO is not something you just throw around, especially not with people who are extremely rich, and things like that could impact their bottom line. So all they need to prove for defamation is that this could have hurt them. I could definitely see the mom giving notes. I was about to say the big one, Chloe. She said that she was dating a married basketball player, and the mom had told her just give him some head. That's how you keep a married basketball player? I don't put anything past the Kardashians, but this, I don't think they're involved in RICO. And I think that this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm not talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about this camel. The lawsuit claims Ray J continues to exploit their fame for his own gain. And the last straw was his comments in TMZ's Tubi doc, United States versus Sean Combs, where he suggested that federal RICO charges could be appropriate against the Kardashians. He even said, if you told me the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. Kim and Kris say those remarks, along with other jabs over the years, have caused substantial and ongoing harm to both their personal lives and business empires. Their lawyer, Alex Spiro, also spoke about the lawsuit, saying Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation claim before, nor have they been distracted by noise. But this false and serious allegation left no choice. The women are suing for unspecified compensatory and punitive damages. Now, that is interesting because we just saw Kanye put out a whole documentary where they didn't look great in that, and they let that go. So maybe they're saying they're not taking this sitting down anymore. Relaxation said, hi, Mims, I sent you an email. Could you reach out to Simone for me and a couple other victims? We are in a situation like Jennifer Williams' husband's victims and are trying to sue for our money back. I definitely can. I definitely can. Not a problem. Thanks for the super chat, and I will let her know. Sorry you're going through that. Right. I can't put your comment up as W because you use the F word, but I'm in full agreement. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So after we review the trash stuff that Cardi and Nicki have been saying, I'm going to drop the link, and whether you team Cardi, whether you team nobody, whether you team Nicki, you can come up and say your piece real quick. We're going to do it a little bit different today. I had all of these things queued up, but I'm thinking we might just go through Armand's Instagram because he has been cataloging it minute by minute. I want to say this much about Ray J. Ray J and Kim are the same person. They both tried to date up. The problem is Ray J only dated up when it came to basically Whitney Houston. Everybody else was not on the same level. And he went through a lot of people. Kim just did it better. Both were, born to rich families. Both had access to a lot of people. Kim just, she used it better. I don't know. Like, you tried. You had a good run with Whitney. You can't really get bigger than Whitney Houston. But outside of that, everybody else has been, just everybody else. And we still don't know specifically what happened between you and Whitney. What we can say is, again, Kim did it better. Kim dated for a purpose. You dated to just, get your D wet. And it shows. Now you over here looking like a fool.
Yo, check, can I pay for good eye vision? Come on, let's see who can really do it. Come on.
Yes, paper. You were seeing that very clearly. His titties are taped. I don't know why he has black tape on his titties, but they were taped. We're gonna go through Armand's because Armand really cataloged all this. Let's see. So it started around here. Nicki Minaj with a tweet after Cardi B fails to outsell. You knew it was about to go down. Let me see. So I'm in a different opinion than Armand here. He says, y'all must have missed the post where Cardi said she was going to outsell. Stop trying to act like this MF for being mean now. They was just gloating all week. Cardi did say she was going to outsell, but that's not necessarily just a hit, in my opinion, to Nicki. That's to everybody. Did she outsell Nicki? No. But you knew that something was brewing. Let me see. Cardi says, nothing more annoying than a bored bitch. You must have missed me. How crazy? Now kiss my feet. Nicki Minaj, to every enabler. Never provoke a writer while they're writing. You join the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now. Rock bottom nation, rock inflation, Rico nation, you failed. Let the reindeer games begin. ABCDEFG, rap like Marnie, still ugly. I mean, this was like real elementary. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of entertaining. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it. It was kind of, I guess entertaining at first before they really got in on the kids. Damn, Billboard. I mean, I'm winning, but I'm still bored. As for your career, dead Ghostbuster. She started calling her Barney B. Let me see if we have the photo. I'm not gonna lie, the photo was a little bit funny. The photo was a little bit funny. I don't want to. We'll get into the kid stuff. Cardi says, the power I have. Make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Nicki continues. ABCDFG is I'm Heineken put. Now that will get me demonetized. So I can't say that word, but you get the point. Armand says Barney B is now trending. Now Armand was getting his entire life throughout this whole situation. JT jumps into it. LOL, that bitch home ugly and mad. No celebration. I would have been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied. Now, JT, I don't know when you was going to be number one. At the time that you could have been number one, you were in prison for scamming. That was about 7-8 years ago. It was about 7. It was. Why are you even in this? Yeah, she read you down, but take it to the booth. I don't even understand JT at this point. She started calling her Barney Dangerous. Then we got Cocaine Barbie. That was I didn't. That one was kind of funny. That one was a little bit funny. I'm not even gonna lie. The Cocaine Barbie. You could be a Nicki fan and acknowledge that some of her behavior, especially when she's online, is strange. I'm not saying the woman has any type of habit. I will say, if we're just gonna be honest throughout this whole video, she literally raps about drugs, but then sued Nosy, was it Nosy Ho, for saying she did drugs. I mean, what are we? What are we doing here? I thought it was funny. Barney B is now trending. We don't need to get into all the commentary. ABCDFG, pregnant, play with his bussy. Now that was definitely a quip at Cardi, soon to be baby daddy, who has allegations that he sexually assaulted another man. Let me see. Nicki's liking people's posts. She's liking Armand's post. ABCDFG, your man have to snatch Ussy. Ussy tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds. Now that one was kind of weak. I'm not even gonna lie. That one was a little bit. You could have took a little bit more time and put your bars together there. Since we're not putting them on wax, we're just putting them on Twitter and making Elon Musk some money. That one was a little bit weak. She didn't lie, but it was a little bit weak. Nicki. The fact that Nicki is taking the ABCDFG bar and clearing her with her own bars is diabolical. It also goes to show she was over there keying at the ABCDFG like what? Nicki liked that. ABCDFG lied and said mom was Trini. Okay. ABCDFG, he don't want to dig my big ussy. Now, that's definitely a play on words. Stefan Diggs, she already said that he's into the men. Like, this was still, at this point, it's not really too bad. It's, okay. Then we get Barney B. You guys can put in the chat. This was so quick, it almost felt like Nicki was just waiting. Like maybe Nicki was baiting her and Cardi took the bait because Nicki was clearly prepared for this. She I always get it wrong. Chalk it up to my head, not my heart. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sheeman, she says, hey, Mims, not stalking you, sending you hello. Well, hello. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm not going to lie. This was funny. This is still when it was still kind of light. But even I was like constantly refreshing and I'm like, this is going on too long. Damn, she was streaming Magnet hard as hell. ABCDFG, jump out of the plane. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, this is Nicki Minaj's brother, who is a convicted sex offender. I believe the allegations, he was convicted for R-wording, I think his stepdaughter. Let me make sure I got that right. Who did Nicki? The first thing, who did Nicki Minaj? When I put in who did Nicki Minaj, it automatically said vote for. We'll get into that at the end of this too. She just, let's see. Mirage's victim had said in a 25 trial that she was repeatedly being R-worded by Mirage while her mother was at work. Was it his stepdaughter? I don't know, but you get the photo, you get the picture, you get the point. It's Shamin. Sorry, Shamin. ABCDFG, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. Like the wordplay is top notch. You can say what you want about Nicki. Nicki will always drop some bars. More commentary. Cardi says, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to the peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for? Now, this was a little bit of a cop-out technically, Rihanna came out years before Nicki. Taylor Swift and Drake are, arguably some of the biggest artists. So that point is kind of valid, but it's not really why we're here right now. The comparison is Cardi to Nicki's body of work. It's crazy that Nicki's into her 40s, and I know Cardi's at least in her 30s now, and this is where we're at. Why Jay-Z is in this heavy, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure the Barbs will tell you guys, Nicki has talked about him in depth, the Camel, Rock Nation, everything. It's a bit much. I don't think Jay-Z is ever going to respond. Nicki says, raw dog and pregnant with the fourth baby. Barney B, HPV. Allegedly. This one was funny. Keep in mind, this is coming from a 45-year-old woman. Is she 45? Is she 45? How old is Nicki? She's 42. My bad. Don't nobody tell her. But no shade, Cardi. I need you to come for Nicki. It's not a whack to come for the brother that has nothing to do with her. That Barney was for you. It's all fair at this point. All right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. Now this is where it started to take a turn. Now, Nicki don't like being called a drug addict. Lots of people say she is. I don't know. I also don't think it's fair to turn this back around on Cardi and be like, there's so many women who have fertility issues. So now we're going with that. I don't like that. Don't try to bring everybody else into your battle. Let me put my banner up. Because I don't have Cardi B or Nicki Minaj money. Ice Spice gets in it. We don't need to really get into the Ice Spice stuff. So people who were covering this yesterday and played the Ice Spice audio, somehow or another, I don't know if the audio was obtained illegally, but Cardi was able to copyright it, which meant that everybody who played it got not a copyright strike, but the videos were taken down. The videos were taken down. We're not gonna get into Ice Spice. Cardi apologizes to Lotto. We're not gonna get into all the Ice Spice stuff. Okay. Is I'm the Barney B and the flop? Is I'm lying about my fertility when the queen has never once seen or spoken to a fertility doctor in her life? Is I'm the one sleeping with Trade while hubby effing Sweetie and taking my big gooey hole for alimony? The big gooey hole kind of took me out. I'm not gonna lie. Sweetie caught a stray. Now I had heard that Sweetie had effed Offset, but I guess now that's fact. I don't know. I'm going to be sued when the queen show her medical records to the courts. Oh, Rock Bottom Nation, we win again. Desiree, I have your medical records too. The lawyers said we're gonna have Barney be homeless within 36 months. Praise God. Lucky we eating cake right now. Barney B, I know you don't know this, but some women plan their pregnancies, you dirty Heineken twat. We don't let ninjas F us while we pregnant for the next Trade who got 4 other people pregnant. Touche. He does have a lot of other people pregnant at the same time. You see, the devil has come to collect. You sold your soul. You made a pact, but you lost. Now hear this. You have been neutralized in the mighty name of Jesus. Now this is where it takes a turn. We don't hear nothing about Nicki going to church or nothing like this, but you've been throwing Jesus and all kinds of stuff that don't involve Jesus. Reads talking about ooey gooey holes and boy bussy and all this other kind of stuff. You don't need to be throwing Jesus' name into this. Did anybody ever know that this girl was this religious? I've never known her to be this religious. You say, I sure hope they don't catch each other outside because Barney B is crazy. If she dropped that baby and there's a red carpet situation where they're both on the red carpet, Nicki's gonna get it. She's gonna be standing right here and Cardi gonna be throwing shoes and everything else again. Basic Black says, I thought these ladies called a truce a while back. When did they start firing shots again? Like a nightmare that won't end, and for what? Cardi had been saying that she was gonna outsell. Basically, the fans are always going to take these things to these ladies, and both will take the bait. I will say I've never really heard Nicki apologize for anything or really take accountability for anything. So it does come across like Nicki feels like she's been victimized by everybody. We'll get into that. Thanks, Basic Black. Nobody can technically tell you. I mean, some people think it started when the comparisons first happened because Cardi B's first hit was so big. That first album was so big. Motorsport, definitely Nicki Minaj took shots at Cardi in Motorsport, like she was going to just let this woman son her. But Cardi believes that Nicki talked about her children. I mean, it don't even make sense to go back and forth. There's already been a knot. They then got 5 kids between them now. It is too much. I just throwing Jesus into this is crazy. I was pregnant for my first love, got married, and the next year got pregnant for my soulmate on purpose. You see, Barney, we planned it. Your medical records in the strip club to now look embarrassing, and your father, well, anyway. You were about to shrivel up and die inside. You call black women monkeys and roaches. Now, one day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches. Anyway, I used double the protection in every relationship until I was ready. Now, it was that line. Everybody understood what you were trying to say. If Cardi called that woman a monkey and a roach, her children are black, but this is what lit a whole nother match. We on a whole nother candle. We was over here. They was going at each other. But now we're getting into the messing with the kids. Also, let me say this. Though I have never had any fertility issues, it's not something to be used as a drag. Until you know the women who are actually living in that pain, blaming themselves, we can only imagine and pray for them, love them, uplift them, not use them as a punchline. That's not fair. I hate when people do that. A lot of people do it on reality shows. You go at somebody and then you want to wrangle up everybody else and all of these other groups and all these other marginalized people. You're going at them. Keep it there. Keep it there. I do not like when people do that. And they love to do it. More pictures of Barney B. Barney B, tell him how you getting seizures from the knot. Now, in all fairness, Nicki, you didn't put the knot on her. You was standing right there. Let me see if we have that. Nicki Minaj, I'm standing right here. I thought we could just have it just queued up. Let me see. Nicki Minaj, I'm standing right here. Cardi B fight. They don't show it.
It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Cardi leaked in 2018. And after a scuffle with Minaj's security, Cardi walked away with a giant, much memed knot on her forehead. It's worth noting.
Let's continue. Now, this was a valid point. Girl, it's your son's birthday. Why are you on Twitter dedicating essays to me? For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese. Now this is, we then took a turn. She said, when have I ever had a seizure? You the one that went on that award show saying you ain't want to call 911 after you were shaken from that drug overdose. Talking about a knot. Miss, I'm standing right here. Now, she did get called out. She had Big Raw Ali to protect her and put her paws on Cardi. Although they said it might have been Brooke, too, from Basketball Wives, who actually gave her the knot. Either way it goes, it wasn't Nicki swinging. So when she's playing big bad, talking about she going to stump a hole through your chest and all that, it ain't happening because Nicki going to be standing right there. Chun-Li ain't going to throw a bow. Oh, she says, like, damn, how you pressed over an album you ain't got a hit in or mentioned in? B, feelings hurt because I ain't paid her no attention. You haven't even cut your effing kid's cake. My God, it's 6 o'clock in LA. You must have took your first line today. And let me tell you something. Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I spill the tea on yours while you're talking about ABCs. You're going to leave me the F alone today, ho. I'm sick of you, bitch. Armand being funny. She said, wait, bring that ass here. You talking about my father. My father never been to jail a day in his life. Go get a detective and tell them to run them records. Don't put them dirty ass allegations from your bloodline on mine. Your daddy was a crackhead and your brother was R-wording his stepchild. You got medical records on me? Post them, bitch. You're going to leave me the F alone today. Barney B and Culture Vulture. Now, this is where we are specifically talking about Cardi B's daughter, Culture. Nicki is unhinged. How can you say you have someone's medical records, which is illegal, and threaten to sue them? Delusional. Now, I'm not naming no names, but at one point, a certain blogger had said that they had Cardi B's medical records. So I don't know if the blogger gave them to them or not. But yeah, this is now we're naming names. Do something. We in New York, heavy on it. Culture Vulture, you ugly too. Now that was a direct shot at this woman's child. This was too low. This was too low. We get it. It's a double entendre. You're saying she's a culture vulture and she wants to be black. She's claiming that her mom is Trini, all of these things. But this was too low. And let me say this much. Papa Bear and Culture and all the rest of Cardi's kids are actually cute kids. None of them are ugly. They all got hair. We're literally arguing about the length of children's hair. That's where we're at. Okay. That's where we're at. This is where I was like, let me go to bed. Album flopped, Ussy flopped, never want to fight, outrank you in your own gang, STFU come fight, sympathy baby couldn't pull 228,000, abort mission. Yeah. We know what you did there. Telling this woman to abort while she's pregnant is dirty work. It's dirty work. And now we've reached a whole nother level. Because even when, you know, Drake and them do some hoe shit, it's not that deep. Drake might sue you, but it ain't that deep. This is taking a turn. Culture Vulture and her mama a crow. So stupid to not see once Wendy ate that crow what happened. They played you to do that hex to yourself, you flop ass heavy tongue hoe. Cardi do sometimes have a heavy tongue, but we can't do the kids. Like, we can't do the kids. Cardi says, trying to call me out to fight because I'm pregnant AF. You never have that energy when I see you in person. I seen you at 2 Met Galas and you never have that energy. But where the F you at? My niggas is outside right now. Where the hell you at? Bitch, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful and you know that. Your hate is so deep, dark, and nasty because your son's nonverbal, because you effed him up with them drugs. So you're jealous of everybody's kids and their happiness. Bitch, where the fuck? Oh, sorry. It gets hard to not curse. Where the F you at? Stop talking. Now, this was a post and delete. Even Cardi knew she went too far calling that little boy nonverbal. She knew she went too far. But the people was on it. I think I was actually watching Armand at the moment where somebody had caught that and sent it to him in real time. I'm not gonna lie, the fan bases definitely egged this on. The fan bases definitely egged this on. Culture, you a roach and a monkey like your sister. We reached the point of no return. I feel like after this baby gets dropped, it really don't matter. It's up. Because Cardi does not, like, I would say Cardi is reactionary, whereas Nicki is shrewd. Nicki will bait you into something. She's very smart. She knows how to push a button, will bait you into something, and then put her hands up like, I don't know why you're so mad. This is one of those situations. Cardi's not going to take a beat and think about it. When Cardi sees this woman, she's going to throw something at her or she's going to try to attack her. There's not going to be a space and time after she pops this baby out with the ooey gooey hole that you are going to be able to have them in the same room. People are going to have to pick sides when they're inviting them to fashion shows and everything else. Cardi is going to attack this woman. She's going to attack this woman. Let me see. No shade. I don't know. I guess this was one of Armand's tweets. No shade. Cardi B started it with the ABCs for Papa Bear. No shade. We all know what that meant. By Nicki saying your daughters would be called monkeys and roaches only was to imply that Cardi had black kids too and to be mindful of her words. I disagree. And this is why. And Nicki and Minaj like this. If you have a song with the ABCs, by acknowledging this, you are acknowledging some form of a disability with your own child. That's crazy. Armand is free to have his feelings. Nicki liking it is crazy. You can't say shit about anything in these songs because it's good. This is a direct shot at your own child. Am I the only one seeing this? A song about the ABCs is supposed to be known that they're talking about Papa Bear. That's really low. That's low. I don't know if the little boy is nonverbal. I don't care if he never speaks. Cardi is wrong as hell for doing that, just like Nicki is wrong as hell for calling that girl's kids ugly and roaches. You're not gonna and if anybody says that they're not wrong, they're full of shit. I don't you basically, if whomever could have decided I'm not going to talk about the kids, and they would have won. They would have won over the public because you would have then been able to see that the other person was full of shit. But by both of them throwing jabs that you can't take back, just like Kanye can't take back that he called Beyonce's kids, what did he call them? He didn't call them slow. He called them did he call them autistic? He called them something. You can't take that back. That's out there. You can't take it back. You can't retract this stuff. But yeah, I didn't like this. Even Nicki liking it to me is a direct shot at her own kid, and I don't like that. Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't talk and you got to sit in special ed because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. I'm sorry your mom is not paying attention to you on your birthday because she's so obsessed and dark spirit hating asshole. I'm so sorry, baby. No commentary needed. Nikki says, Lucian, Elliott, Rico Nation, I promise you tell that dizzy hoe to stand down. I promise you. Barney, dangerous. Bodega Barney, what up? Your sister can get that chest caved in if you're pregnant with another monkey or a roach right now. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes only. Nicki ain't about to bust the grape. Nicki ain't about to bust a grape. I don't think the ABC song was about Nicki's child. I just don't. Now, they can both go low. I just don't think that they were going low then at that point. That you just... where the roach spray? I'm going to spray it in that bitch disease-riddled mouth. Bunch of different cum stains on the new roach for entertainment purposes. She says, drop the addy right now and don't go tagging the feds and the police like you did 3 months ago. Now, what you gonna do? Pregnant. She said, Jay-Z, take that effing lace front off. Barney and Bailey. Cardi says, bitch, you've been having cum stains in your mouth since you was a minor because your daddy used to we'll just say, touch you. Tell the world that's why you wake up so effing miserable because you're hurt and full of trauma and trying to apply it to everybody else. And why the F you keep bringing up Rock Nation? I'm not signed to them, you delusional, paranoid, coke-sniffing bitch. Now, y'all can put in the chat. Had anybody ever heard that Nicki was taken advantage of by her dad? I hadn't heard that. So then she reposts this. F your kids, B. That's why your son died, B, because you F up as B. Maybe if you pay attention. Maybe if you take care of yourself and don't be worried about what's wrong with other bees, he probably would have made it. Stop doing drugs and maybe that monkey would have been alive. So these are Cardi's tweets from, I'm guessing, when she was out there stripping. And not great. F the vulture B-Day. She like this. Cardi can't keep trying to play into the fact that it's Papa Bear's birthday because when it was Culture's birthday, she was literally arguing on the Shade Room and on Spaces. You do the same thing. It's not a drag. Fair is fair. I'm not gonna lie. This dude looked like his sister. I'm not gonna lie. This does look like JC's sister. They love a Bob. They love. This is much lighter. We can take any lightness we can get. Nicki says, Barney B had the whole label fly out to Cali to beg me to do a joint tour and an album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. That's why all the sabotage on my tour. Drop the receipts, dumb bitch. You costing them millions with your $4 album and $5 coupon. You said F Vulture. What? Bitch, F that slow. F that slow ass son that came out your ussy. You was wishing so much negativity on me that while I was pregnant, and look at your karma. Look what your rotten ussy produced. Now he a whole 5-year-old tippy-toeing around the house and can't spell his name. Now, if Nicki was a fighter, this would have been fighting words. Nicki says, she's so stupid. Find me, B. Remember, y'all called the cops on us last time. Made them tell us we had to leave New York because you and your man was afraid for y'all lives. Nah, ho, drop the receipts, Barney B. Now, I feel like this might have been in response to Nicki's husband threatening Offset on a live. Drop the receipts, Barney B. You'll be eating out the garbage cans of the Bronx in the name of Jesus soon. Well, we gotta go back to the name of Jesus. You lying funky feet bitch. Nobody called the cops on you. Your dumbass bum-ass man went online talking shit and doing threats while he was on probation, dummy. You was talking tough, now you talking about find us. Drop the addy, you fake tough ussy B. Bitch, you want to talk about $4.99? You sold both your albums for $5, you dumb hoe. You was even selling posters and keychain bundles for your Queen album, you effing dummy. And you know I never been a bitch to cop please. That was your friend Nitty hitting up Tubby to go on an effing joint tour after he got out of jail. I ain't never got on a phone call with none of y'all asses. B, you wish. And look how you be talking about Rock Nation, you ungrateful bitch, when they let you off for 3 months of title just so they could buy your album. But stop all this talking. Where you at? You said you was going to cave my sister chest in. We checking our DMs and ain't seen it yet. Everybody up and waiting. Drop the addy right now, ho. She said, Camel and Rat. We are not fazed by botted tweets and bots in these comments. That's precisely why you broke now. Desiree got filler since I said she was ugly. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch. Camel... If this is a Coke rant, it's a hell of a Coke rant. It is a hell of a Coke rant. Jesus. Camel, let's talk about your kids today. That's on the docket, nigga. Shuffles papers. Now, what you don't want to do is go the Kanye route with Beyonce's children. Because, you know, what is it? Barty Gang. And what's Cardi B? I mean, what's Nicki Minaj's people? What's Nicki Minaj's people? Put it in the chat. What is Nicki Minaj's people's names? The Barbs. You got Barty Gang, you got the Barbs, but the Beehive is ruthless. They don't really care too much about Jay-Z. You can say what you want. You can call him ugly. You can talk about everything about him. You really don't want to go at the Queen's kids. Wait, who said I'm slow? What you mean I'm slow, Fifi? Blah, blah, blah. Nicki says, Dear Culture Vulture. Again, another play on words with this woman's daughter. Your mom was pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all 4 of you bald monkeys put together. Trash. And that's the level that we're arguing about whose hair is longer? Kathy White. If you don't know, Kathy White is the alleged woman that was allegedly sleeping with Jay-Z, and she ended up mysteriously passing away. R. Kelly, Aaliyah. Now she's just throwing out conspiracy theories. But he did have beef with R. Kelly. Cardi says, you said you're going to kick my child gums back. Didn't you say you was in New York? This past words now. Where the F you at? Because today is going to be the day I go to jail. You over here trying to fight. Now this, I'm going to kick your gums back into formation. I don't believe that was for Cardi B. I believe that was for Jay-Z. I'm gonna kick your gums back into formation, play on Beyonce's song Formation. So Cardi, you just took that one and ran with it, and that wasn't even for you. Nicki says, Charlemagne, did you put that bleaching cream on your dick too? At POTUS, lock them all up. Imagine if you called yourself Shrump the God. Oh, bitch, lock up Born Lauren and Jess with the testicles too. They're very nasty people. Queens niggas run these niggas. Thank you. Now, okay, couple things, because I told y'all we were gonna be real on this video. I'm gonna give a point to Cardi B for at least believing in something enough to use her influence with her fan base to talk about politics. Right now, the world is in the shitter. It just is what it is. We're not doing great. If you got any barbs in the chat, please put in the chat when you've heard Nicki use her fan base to help politics, to maybe support a presidential female candidate. I know for a fact that Cardi has done it. I know for a fact Taylor Swift did it. I know for a fact Beyonce did it. I know for a fact that a lot of people use their influence. When she started tagging Trump in her posts, it made me start scratching my head. Denise says the gums are for culture, Cardi's daughter. I was thinking that the stuff was for Jay-Z with the formation reference. Denise, put it in there why you think that it was for put why you believe that it was for culture. Who tagged Trump? Nicki. POTUS is the president. She has small teeth. Why would Nicki have to use her influence to appease you? Like what? Okay. Huh? What do you mean? Nicki has a large fan base. If you're using your influence solely to get people to boycott your enemies, you feel like that's the right way to go when you have a very young fan base? It's not to appease me. It's just a fact. If you believe in something fervently and you have influence in a fan base, there's nothing to say that you can't use it for good. Is that what we're questioning? You can put it in the chat. Now I like Lauren. I don't really know too much about Jess, but Lauren is one of my buddies. I definitely did not like this tweet. I think Armand wasn't too pleased with this one as well. This was all because on the Breakfast Club, Banter Babe says Nicki's fan base isn't young. Nicki has what, like 300 million followers? Let's see. Nicki Minaj Instagram. She has 224 million followers. So if you are thinking that it's all the people who've been with her since 2008 and not new people and new younger people, then we would just have a difference of opinions. I do think that she has a lot of young people in her fan base. Even in reading the comments, I'm not getting that everybody in her gang is 40, 35. So yes, some have grown with her, but I do think she has a young fan base. And I still maintain that I don't see any issue with using your fan base for good. If you can use them to boycott, just my opinion. We can have differences of opinion here. I don't mind it. Yeah, this is when Armand didn't like it. She said, eat shit. You and the paperwork. You know what you did. Come eat my ass. Gross. to TMZ, who thought that they were going to be able to capitalize off this. Well, she don't like you either. So I thought this was funny. Which rap nigga want to get in the field today? I double dog dare you. When it's not talking about the kids, I'm not gonna lie, some of this is funny. Cardi says, Dear Onika Tanya Mirage, this is my last time responding to you because this past Twitter now, I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out your own mouth that little girl and you haven't forgave your mother yet, and that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. Again, put it in the chat if you ever heard that. I know you experience a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not going to help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I don't know. Them queen niggas that you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm gonna be the realest person to let you know you need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card. Oh, sorry, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. You need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You're always coming at people every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain that you want to put on others. Your fans are going to gas you up while you literally lose your goddamn mind. You don't have no friends, no family, just that man in your house that lets you do drugs till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy the hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career, my endorsements, going back and forth with words with a possessed drug addict. I'll see you when I see you. Too late. Y'all then both risked all kinds of endorsements. Nike, Puma, Fila, they're not going to want anybody who's talking about children who potentially might be autistic or nonverbal. That's not a good look. Calling little girls ugly, roaches, rats, and all that shit is not a good look. Y'all are both too late. Y'all both stepped in shit. And I don't know. I mean, both are rich. Cardi, I think Nicki's worth like what, 200 million or close to 200 million. And Cardi just hit the 100 million mark. They're both rich, but you need to be able to maintain, and endorsements and all of those things play a role in that. What endorsements? I mean, Nicki's had plenty of endorsements. She's had like Fendi. Didn't she do like Roberto Cavalli? Like Nicki's had a lot of endorsements throughout the years. Having a fan base of 224 million Instagram followers automatically means that if you just post one thing, you're probably getting at least $1 million. Cardi is an endorsement magnet. A lot of her money comes from that, not her rapping. So yes, you guys have both put yourself in danger of losing that. And rightfully so. One of y'all could have not took the bait and went in on the kids. Like y'all could have left the kids out of it. There's enough reads to go around. Both of them are actually way more similar than they admit. Both are at the top of the rap game. Both got the same type of butt shot type surgery. Both have a partner who has either been accused or convicted of taking somebody's virtue. Like they have a lot more in common than they acknowledge. We're not getting into JT. She called him a pig. Diddy was gonna knock this fat bitch out. Zeus, your time is up, Buki. Rico methinks allegedly. Now that I want to know more about. We're not getting into Saucy Santana. She said, Santana, go back to your pig pen. You can say what you want about Nicki Minaj, but the lady is funny. Nicki Minaj is she's funny. You can't take that from her. Santana, go back to your pig pen. You said Blue Ivy nappy and North looked better than her, didn't you? Eat slop, pig. Santana and Young Miami were on Twitter Spaces. Gabor told me, so I'll check that out and see what they had to say. Cardi, you had just said that you was done. We're back at it. Quiet is kept. The truth is, you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also on heavy drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty, but you know what happens with that Amex when you are sedated. I'm letting you know again, stop playing with my kid, bitch. You just mad because your son's favorite color is 5. Get the F on, you crackhead. If that was not about a kid, it would have been funny. I'm not about to sit here and laugh. I do not know what's going on. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on with Nicki's kid. He should be off limits, whether he is, whatever the case is. Just, I'm not going to laugh at that. But had it been about an adult, that would have been a funny one. And we're done. Let me see. There was something else. Let's see if anything new has popped up in the last couple minutes. Oh, okay. This is why they're saying it's culture that she was talking about. Culture, come get your chain gums. Now, I haven't looked in the little girl's mouth to know if she got big gums or not, but you know. Let's see. Allegedly, formal demand for immigration enforcement action. I don't know. I guess that's to say Cardi needs to get deported. Reebok canned Rick Ross's fat slappy ass for less, didn't they? Okay, let's see. This is where she started saying that she needed the Barbs to get together and start boycotting anything that she's affiliated with. Remember when Barney B tried to get gangster with Queen Billy in the DMs? Oh, Barney B, your number is called. The devil will kick that monkey out. One of her songs from 11 years ago went back into the #1 spot. Kathy White and Ramir mom died so young from such uncanny circumstances. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Now, that's a definite dig at Jay-Z. I don't like that. So, okay. This is why I want to say, well, I'm hoping that this person is not an adult. To be posting a kid up like that, I don't like that. So if you're 40 years old and you're posting somebody's child because your favorite performer is going at a kid, you're just as lame. You're just as lame. I don't like that. But okay, now I see why y'all were saying that it was actually at culture. I don't know why I didn't put it past her. Is Walmart and DoorDash okay with Barney B saying she get a transgender to R-word her man? Drugged men, dissing children for years, wishing death. DIE by. It's a lot of Trump references. People in the Nicki Minaj gang, has she ever talked about anything involving politics? Let me see. Anaya says it's giving MAGA Minaj. Well, she is tagging the president, and now you're talking about DEI. It's always a good play on words though with Nicki. I'm gonna give them 3 days, Barbs. Reebok, can Rick Ross, fat slappy ass for less. Walmart, DoorDash, and 3 others, 3 days. I don't know. I don't like that. The kid stuff is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Let's see if Cardi said anything new. Guess we got the answer. Am I the Drama is out now. These are all reposts. So yeah, we're pretty much it. Everything else now is just being reposted. I'm almost nervous. We got about, I'll say a good 10 or 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. It don't really matter whose team you're on. If you're not on the team, it's okay. You can come up. No cursing, and no filibustering. But yeah, you can come up and say your piece. I dropped the link. Anybody is welcome to come up. Nicki threatened to expose Beyonce's kids next. Oh, we're not even doing the timer. You got a minute. I'm not a team, but I think Nicki started it. Nicki is the elder. No, Cardi started it. People don't want to come up because you're on Cardi B's side. I mean, if that's what you took from it, that's what you took from it, and that's okay. I think I'm team. They both wrong for what they said about the kids, but you know, you're welcome to come up, Banter Babe. What's up, Ladybug?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, I just wanted to come on and say, like, I think both of them at the end of the day, I'm a Cardi fan. You know what I'm saying? I love his music, but I'm a big Cardi fan. But I like both of them. I'm not gonna go hard to stand like her fans do. I ain't got time for that. And plus, I'm grown. But I think the craziest part that a lot of people don't talk about is that the fact that Nicki goes so hard, and then like the last time she went hard, did you notice that after she did that challenge, everybody just got quiet? You know that challenge where everybody was like sitting in that pose, and it was like everybody just stopped talking, and I was just like, we just gonna forget that what she just said and how she was going hard. We're just gonna forget because she got this Nicki challenge, and it's like, yeah, she's a great artist, but I'm just like, I think her and a lot of people, it's like we let a lot of stuff slide or we don't say stuff because this is going to happen again. Like this time, her talking about the kid, I think she said some wild shit, but I was like, the kid, like, what did the baby do to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you talked about
both of them really went in on the kids.
Oh, they went in on it, but for me, she started it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
which one?
Nicki.
Oh, Nicki. Okay.
Yeah, Nicki started it. It's like, you know, I've seen Nicki go low. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I remember when she was talking about Meg's mama. You know what I'm saying? About her mom being dead, and I was just like, okay, that's low. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you was wrong talking about somebody's kid. The kid ain't had nothing to do with it. You and the mama don't get along. That happens. You know what I'm saying? But talking about somebody's kid is like, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy part about it is Nicki, I feel like no one really checks her. You know, like I feel like she does this crazy shit and then she'll come out with some music and then we'll let it go. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like I think a lot of people are afraid to like check her. And it's just, I don't know. It's like a lot of people out here nowadays. It's like once you make a good music, then people just let you just say all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, did you see that list that Kanye came out? It's like, what are we doing? Like, are we just gonna let this keep sliding? Because at this point, we just wait a few months and she gonna do it again. Like, you know, I'm just confused. So,
I'm conflicted because I do feel like Nicki is very shrewd, but sometimes she has a point. Like, I remember early in her career, she was saying how people felt because she has a point of view, because she has a voice, and the expectation is like there weren't really any female rappers, and she was supposed to kind of like cower. And she made a good point because she was like, I could have the same attitude as Lil Wayne, but I'm pegged as a bitch. If Lil Wayne wants his project to come out and whatever, he can do that. And I was like, I feel you there. I before Nicki, there really wasn't a female rap artist since Missy Elliott, basically, who was really doing numbers.
I'm trying to think. Missy, Queen, Kim, Little Kim. I mean, yeah, I get your.
I feel like Little Kim, although I think Lil Kim and Foxy are quintessential like rap goddesses, Missy was doing numbers that way outshone them. Missy was a crossover. Nicki Minaj is a crossover. Lil Kim went to jail in the 2000s. Foxy started losing her hearing. So really, outside of Nicki Minaj by like 2010, there really wasn't a female rapper who had pulled the numbers like Missy had.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I get your point. It's like I do agree. A lot of things of what she said is correct. You know what I'm saying? Like she has said some things about the industry and things like that. It's like, you know, like even the stuff that she said about Jay-Z and things like that. I believe a lot of what she's saying. I just think there's sometimes it's just like overall that she gets to a point where it's like she goes overboard. Like, yeah, I get yeah, you do make sense. Like even now it's like, you know, it's men, it's still what they call it. It's like a double standard. You know what I'm saying?
Needed to be able to speak up. And so I give her definitely props for coming real about the industry. But that don't mean that some of it I don't think goes overboard. This is overboard.
I was just like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like I said, I'm a fan of her music. I love her music. I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm a big fan of both of them. But it's like at a certain point, it's like, when is enough is gonna be enough? Like, yeah, baby girl, it's like, I don't know if maybe she's just so frustrated that she feels like somebody's not listening, that she's starting to snap off, and it's like everybody can get it. Like I know me, if I get to a certain point, I'm gonna talk about you, your mama, your dog. I'm gonna talk about everybody. I'm not gonna give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it is. And like when Nicki said, not Nicki, I saw a post that Cardi put up and was like, you need therapy. So I'm thinking that maybe this is she's just frustrated because she feel like nobody's listening, and maybe she's just over it. But I'm just
maybe Cardi B shouldn't throw stones, rocks, and she can't. Don't start shit you can't. Sorry, don't start stuff you can't finish. That's what it was. Cardi B literally came out and told everyone, I got the 2K sales. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. When it was proven, she was 4,000 sales away from she was 4,000 sales away from the 200K. So first of all, she lied. Second of all, like in her promotion, in her album, she's coming for all the rap girlies. She says she's a girl's girl. She blatantly came for Nicki's Child in her music. She came for JT. She came for BR. She came for all of them. She's been throwing indirects. And at the end of the day, Nicki is a
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
So can you tell me where you feel she came for her child in the last project?
Sorry, not maybe I got it wrong. Not the last project, but there was something with Hennessy and Carolina, Hennessy and Cardi doing an ABC song because they think that Papa Bear's nonverbal. There was a tweet or something. They started it. Hennessy and Cardi B started it. And at the end of the day, I just want to know, since when was it like? Since when did we police grown women and how they respond? When men are beefing in hip hop, if they say horrible things, we don't go, oh, you shouldn't have said this, you shouldn't have said that. At the end of the day, these are two grown women. From when you're over 18, you're grown. Yeah, if you you may not agree with them bringing kids into it, but at the same time,
Kanye just talked about Beyonce's kids, and we policed the hell out of him.
I'm talking about when it's two men rapping in rap beef, not Kanye having a random tweet. I'm talking about when there's rap beef. Like when Tupac and Biggie, maybe we were all kids when that was going on, but Tupac and Biggie were saying some awful things to each other. Awful things. I remember reading Vibe magazine as a kid, hearing all the whose hood they was going to turn up into and where. These two women are cussing out each other's kids because they both spoke on each other's children. They both spoke on each other's children. When in beef, if it's war, if you're coming for me and you come for my kids, I'm coming for everything you have. That's how it goes.
Hold on 1 second, Banter Babe. When we're talking about the beefs, I said some of this stuff was funny. until it got to the kids. It would have been better if they put it on wax. I don't think that anybody was policing them until they got to the kids. You can go to Biggie and Tupac. I don't think they talked about sleeping with each other's, spouse or whatever, but I don't remember them talking about kids. I don't remember.
They was talking about pulling up to each other's hoods. Biggie's children was probably babies at this time. Tupac didn't have any kids, but their beef it ended in both of them in coffins. Not saying that that's going to happen with Nicki and Cardi, because we've moved a long way from that.
Hold on, Banter Babe. I get that you're passionate and I love it, but let's have a real discussion. There are times where men get policed for talking about children. One of them is, it was a New York DJ. You guys can put it in the comments.
We're talking about hip hop, not DJs. Hip hop rappers.
No. We're talking about.
No, we have to stick. We talk because Nicki and Cardi are two rappers, yeah. So we're gonna make comparisons, compare with other rappers in the industry.
Banter Babe, you literally just said Tupac didn't have a kid, and I don't remember a verse where Tupac said he was going to do, I don't remember a verse where Tupac said he was going to do something to Biggie's daughter.
Biggie's daughter probably was not, it was probably in the womb at the time. I don't know.
I'm using the examples you used.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No.
A hip hop DJ is relevant. I think his name was Star Report. He said that he was going to go up to DJ Envy's daughter, find her at school and R-word her, and he got canceled. So, I mean, yes, men do get policed. I think when it comes to children, that's where most people draw the line.
And
but if it's a rap beef, yeah. I'm used to when people are going at it, they go at it. Everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. Since when did we get so sensitive? And why, whenever Cardi B comes around, do black women feel like they have to police Nicki Minaj and not this non-black woman, this caricature who shouldn't even be in the hip-hop space? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of black women saying, oh, Nicki went too far, Nicki went too far. But when Cardi B called you lot roaches in 2016 and called you lot monkeys in 2016, and when she was drugging black men in 2016 and all of that, it was fine. It was fine. Like, you have to remember where this woman came from. She tried to lie and say she's from Trinidad. Trinidad is not a Spanish-speaking country. We don't even know her real ethnicity. We don't know what ethnicity she is. But people, I understand, people can think, but at the end of the day, my thing is this: protect black women, right? But then when there's a non-black woman coming for this black woman, suddenly the black woman's wrong, even though the non-black woman started it. Cardi cannot move a mountain without Nicki Minaj. Cardi cannot move a mountain without Nicki Minaj. She may not have been direct with her approach this time. She tried the indirect. She tried to eat Nicki Minaj indirectly. And as always, because Nicki's a Sagittarius, she came as a straight shooter. Pow, pow. Straight shooter, pow, pow. Yeah? And that's it. Listen, I'm from London. Anytime Nicki Minaj in London, we give her flowers. Nicki Minaj is a real G. Cardi B is only famous in America. She cannot even get a world tour outside of America. You cannot compare Nicki Minaj to Cardi. And I was the one that said Nicki Minaj has fans of all ages. My kids, they're fans of Nicki Minaj. I've been a fan of Nicki Minaj since 2008. Nicki Minaj has she's a mega star. She has fans in Africa, in Europe, in India. She's a mega star. Beyonce's a megastar. Rihanna's a megastar. Remember, Cardi B outside of America, we don't really care for her too much. So no,
ma'am.
I love you down, Mims. But no Nicki Minaj slander will be tolerated.
Ma'am.
I'll put voodoo on your toes if you continue to disrespect Nicki Minaj.
You're gonna keep.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Hold on one second, Evan. You said you're gonna do what?
I will put voodoo on your toes if you continue to disrespect Nicki Minaj. I'm getting that passionate. I'm about to make a call to Africa and speak to the ancestors. I'm gonna work powers on you. Like, leave Nicki alone. Yeah, protect black women. Remember
Girl,
that.
You got
when Nicki got shot in her foot, when Megan got shot in her foot, it was protect black women. Nicki is under attack by a caricature. Protect black women.
Oh, you got some issues.
You're gonna put a root on me?
No. Okay. Yes, I will. I'm not lying. Any Nicki Minaj slander, I'm going to put roots on all of you lot. Leave Nicki alone. Like, I'm tired of it. Cardi cannot move around without Nicki Minaj. You got some money on this? If Cardi was so successful, she wouldn't have even had to start no beef.
You got some money on
to
this?
Make her album relevant.
You got some money on this?
Are you
side. Like that.
Ebony, jump in. You had something to say. Jump in.
She arguing like she getting paid too. Like Nicki sharing some of her loot with her. Like, girl, calm down. It's not that
No,
serious.
I'm calm, but I'm just
No,
fed
you
up.
not. You crashing out for the
Like, this
wrong
is a
reason, babe.
caricature
But look
attacking a
here,
black
hold on.
woman.
Hush. Shh. Let somebody else talk. Look here. First of all, you went wrong when you said in comparison that Nicki was a megastar in comparison to Rihanna and Beyonce. They're not on
Yeah,
the
I would
same
know. I live
level.
in Europe. I live in Europe. You live in
Ma'am,
America.
I
So
don't care
I'm
where you
outside the
live.
continent. I would know.
I don't care
You
where you
wouldn't.
live. You
But
don't
I'm
know
just
what I
telling
know.
you because you said that like you're coming at me with attitude, and Mim said you're going to be respectful. So I'd like you to
You're
change your
not being
tone and
respectful.
then
You're
address
you're
someone
not
else.
being
Until
respectful.
you've changed your tone, I don't really want to talk to you.
My
Can
tone
you
is
move on to
fine.
someone else,
My
please?
tone is fine. You're the one that's getting all
No,
hyped
you
up and
coming at me with
crashing out.
passive aggressiveness, and at the end of the day, I'm just being
Let's
passionate
reel
about
this.
the truth, and
Breathe, girl,
you don't have to attack
breathe.
You
me
been
for
Let's
my
crashed out for like
opinion.
2 minutes.
Breathe.
Calm
hold
down.
on. Hold on. Let's reel this
I
back
am
in.
calm. This is what I'm saying. This is what Cardi fans do. They like to gaslight you.
Hold on.
They like to gaslight you. This is
Hold
what
on.
they're doing.
Hold on. One second.
God.
So let's reel this back in. Ebony, how do you feel about the situation? Not about entertainment.
So, okay, so here's my thing, okay? I'm probably about to be the oldest person on this panel, right? I'm
Okay.
49 years old, okay? Love Nicki. Think she's the bomb. My 20-year-old loves Nicki. Think she's the bomb. I also love Cardi for two different reasons. I think they're awesome, right?
Okay.
Respectively. Cardi did bring that woman's child in when she said it was that child's birthday and she should be celebrating or whatever she said. So she invited Nicki to bring her children into the party. I'm gonna tell you like this. My daughter is 20 years old, and if you mention her, I'm talking about your mama, your daddy, your grandpappy, the dog, the fish, and everybody else. And I'm gonna make you cry, and I'm gonna make you want to come get me. It's just that serious. So she was wrong. She shouldn't have said anything about that child's birthday. And then none of that would have ever happened. But since she did, and Nicki said what she said, well, Cardi, she crashed out and she started talking about that baby. Now, there's nothing wrong with having children with learning disabilities. We love all children equally. We do. But some of that stuff, I'm sorry, it was funny as a mug. I'm sorry. We don't talk about the kids, but that was funny. She let that, I'm sorry, she got good ones. But it was wrong. It was wrong.
Very childish, and you should hope that when you have grandkids, no one don't laugh at your grandkids. I think
Girl,
that
if somebody
the
say
crazy
something
stuff
about
is
my
not
Girl,
funny.
grandkids,
you don't know them. Relax.
No, I'm
if
just saying
somebody say
it's
something about
children
my
in general. I don't
grandkids
have to know
being
a child to know that laughing at children, it's not funny. These are innocent children on both sides. So
I
as a
laugh at everything.
49-year-old, as the oldest one on the panel, you should know better. Just
I
saying.
laugh at everything. I've been laughing at you for the last 20 minutes.
Again.
Shame.
Hold on, y'all. Okay. K River, y'all had some stuff to say?
I just want to say, like, I'm from New York, and anyone that I'm in my 40s too, I just hit 40. We lived through Biggie and Pac. That mess was not fun at all. And y'all not gonna be satisfied till something bad happens that no one can take back. And it don't even have to be with Nicki or Cardi. Look at the crazy rabbit cult fan bases. This is crazy. There has to be an end to this. It's nonsense. And both of these women are mothers. And why can't so what? Anybody Nicki has beef with, you can't enjoy their music and their work? How stupid does that sound? Grow up. And if Nikki like means that much to y'all, maybe y'all really need some therapy and her getting a child or some mess because this is getting ridiculous. It really is. And if you can't see that Nikki has an issue right now, and that's not even to talk crap on her or talk down on her because I love all my women of color. And to me, it's like on some the emperor's not wearing any clothes mess. Like y'all clap your hands and watch her fly right off a cliff or something. Like, no, this is ridiculous. Y'all gotta if y'all love her, y'all need to pull her coattail a little bit.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. But like you guys said to me, I don't know her. I'm going so passionate. You also don't know her. So how would you know if she's going through something? You know, this is we all of us
If I
right now on
have
this panel
eyes,
have a
I have
parasocial
eyes.
relationship, and we should
Listen,
admit we've
I
got a
have
parasocial
eyes.
relationship. We don't actually know them, but from what I've known of Nicki and what I've seen of her craft work, her craftsmanship, I respect it more than Cardi B. Do I know Nicki personally? No, I
But
don't.
Nicki gives you
But I'm gonna
time to
defend her
respect
because
it.
I
Nicki
love
has
her.
been in this game for over almost 2 decades. She giving you time. When you go into a new job, are they putting you toe to toe with the chick that's been there for what, 10 years or something? No, she's the one teaching you how to do your job now. Like, come on now. Yeah,
Rihanna
people
never
talking
made us
about that.
wait 7 years
People
for a
talking
second
about,
album.
okay, well, that's her. Cardi B is a
No,
different animal. And you should be proud of Cardi B for even getting that
I'm not
close
proud
to
of no
Nicki.
one that's not black. Black love, black women all day,
Well, she's
every
Afro
day.
Latina
You
to
need to be
me.
black
And if
for me
you
to be
speak,
proud of you.
please,
I don't
please. Well,
support Charlie Kirk. Sorry.
technically, Nicki ain't
I
black
don't support
either.
Charlie Kirk.
Cardi
Sorry.
is just as black as Nicki.
No, she's not. How? How?
It's the fact.
They're
How?
both
Break it
Caribbean
down for
women.
me
They're both
quickly.
because you
Break
can
it
see
down for
one
me quickly.
island
'Cause
from the
I'm
other.
actually
You can
African.
see one
You need
island
two
from the
persons of
other.
African descent to be considered
Autumn's
black.
mom
You
is
So
could be
break it down for me quickly.
you could be standing on one island and see the other one. That's
No,
that's how they the same.
that doesn't mean that you're black, though. That does not make you black. If you can see
Autumn's
another
mom. You
island
need
from
to
another
The
connect
island,
with.
one
that
drop
don't make
rule
you
makes you
black.
black, sweetie.
So
The
one of
one drop
She's
rule
not
makes you
black.
black.
She's not
hold on.
black.
Hold on. Let's let Cammy jump in.
Sorry.
What
Hi,
I,
Cammy.
hi. What I was trying to say is it's the fact that it's another woman and the fact that two successful women, two mothers are going at each other like this. It's despicable to see. And it doesn't matter who started it. It's wrong on all parts. It's wrong. And to me it just needs to stop. Stupid. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make anything better. It's not going to sell more records if they're going to keep going back and forth. It just doesn't make any sense. It just to me it's stupid. And it just makes us as women just look, it just makes things really trivial.
And you living on nostalgia, boo, because if you talk about like Nicki is not happy anymore. This is her craft. This is her art. You don't get her happy every time she comes on the
It's
scene. She's bitter. She's arguing. She's
she's
fighting. That's the type of
no
But
that's
she's
the
longer.
role
still
model
number
you
one,
want.
though. She's
That's the
still
queen
number
you want.
one.
So I don't care. It doesn't
She's
matter.
better.
Somebody gotta hug the queen.
She's the number one selling even more than Beyonce.
That
Your
doesn't
face.
matter.
It
You
does
Beyonce
can't hug
matter.
that
It
at
does
night.
matter because you're
You
saying she's
can't. That
angry, she's
doesn't hug her
bitter,
at night.
but I
That
mean
doesn't
she's
hug her
still
at
number
night. It's
one. She's
numbers.
still unmatched. She's
but
still
Beyonce
unmatched.
Who wants to
She's
be
still
number one of a
unmatched.
Like you
Out of
couldn't.
on a
MC Light, Missy Elliott, Foxy Brown, Little Kim,
Why
all
you?
them bigger, all them female rappers
okay,
from the
she's
90s,
still
yeah.
unmatched
Yeah,
and she's not
What was her
happy.
name
And
now?
that's
She's an
not making
actress.
her happy.
All
And
right.
that's
all
not
of
making
them
her
is Nicki
happy.
Minaj from
No, she
2008
was
that put black female
sweetie.
hip.
hold
She
on.
was beefing with Mariah too, and she ain't unmatched to her.
Yeah, but
Right.
she's still better outsold Mariah though. She
Uh,
No,
still
she has
outsold
not.
Mariah.
No, she
we
has
got
not.
River. Hold on, because y'all are unmuting your mic. I
All
muted
right,
you.
I'm gonna mute. I didn't mute myself. I'm gonna mute.
Hold on one second. So I have a real question. When I was talking earlier, banter, you did not necessarily like what I had to say. I want to ask you just this one direct question. Nicki has a huge fan base, 238 million. When I suggest that there be some positivity to buffer some of all of the, we'll just say, reality that she puts out about everything else, you said that she doesn't have to do that for me. I don't think there's anything wrong with positivity being mixed into what we're seeing as, she always has a plight with somebody. There's always there's always something that's negative. What's
That's
wrong
what I
with
just said, and that wasn't
Can
me
I
that said
answer?
that, by the
hold on,
way.
River?
No, by the way, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, that was banter, babe. Earlier
No.
No, I wanted to answer when you finished.
what's wrong with suggesting that she counters some of the negativity, because this is negative. I'm not saying she's the only one, but if you follow her, like I follow her and I followed her career, I can give her props where she stands up for women rappers, but I can also say that a lot of this is negativity. What's wrong with her using her platform to, unify people in certain situations, other than just to say, I don't like this hoe, so we're gonna make sure that we're gonna boycott her stuff.
I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But like I said, Nicki's been in the game since 2008. How do you know she hasn't already done that? And also, I think sometimes when you, like Cardi B, her using her platform in politics, that was performative. Because when it really mattered, like Black Lives Matter, she was silent majority of the time. At the end of the day, Cardi, Beyonce does a lot for charities, but she moves in silence. You know, Michael Jackson did a lot for charities, but he moved in silence. Not everything that you do that is good needs to be glorified to people. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she isn't doing it or whatever. We don't know. You don't know whether she's done it or not. Not everything she does in private has to be put in public. And I think that if she was to right now
Well, doesn't that
go
stand for
and do
everybody?
something, if she was to right now go and do something like political after all of this, to me it would give performative, because that's not who she is to her core. Like, I've been in London, I've seen Nicki Minaj. I've been that much of a sorry. Sorry.
She's tagging the president.
Right.
And using
Yeah,
his
because
term,
Cardi B was working with the president. Wasn't Cardi B doing some political stuff last year? Like, this is the thing, you lot don't understand the method to Nicki's madness.
I'm only talking
every time.
Right
Nicki,
now.
Nicki's about references. She's about references. Have you noticed when she called culture? I don't even want to say this, but when she said,
babe. I know you're passionate, and again, I like it, and I like when you don't agree. I like when people don't agree with me, but we have to be able to have like discourse,
a balance. Yeah.
So in this situation, I'm only talking about her tweets, and her tweets were saying DEI, and she was tagging President Trump. So
DEI is diversity, equity, and quality.
He knows what DEI means. Would you shut?
No, I'm just asking because in the UK it means diversity, equality, and I want to know. I'm just trying to clarify. It means the same thing in America.
Yes. So in America, you know, Trump has kind of turned that into something that is negative, and there's been an attack on that. So Nicki using that in her tweets today in conjunction with tagging Trump, it is there's signals being sent.
Like a dog.
Okay, well, can I just answer?
Is she even wait? As an American, is she even a citizen? Yeah, you're not American. Is Nicki still on a visa?
Don't try and little man me, because you're not an American.
I'm not trying to little.
You are.
I'm not.
Trying to say I'm not American. This is what I'm saying. You're trying to Americanize me and say I'm not American, so I won't.
No, I know I am not.
Diversity, equity, and equality in the UK is actually a positive thing. I don't know the concept of what it means in America. So in reference to what Mim said, I'm gonna remove myself out of that because I don't know what it means in America compared to what it means over here. So I can't speak on that. I take that back and I apologize, Mim. I didn't know that DEI in America was negative.
No,
over here it's very positive.
It's been polarized to be negative by Trump and his supporters. That's why there was the boycott of Target. So, I mean, we can go deep because Nicki's stuff was deep. She was pulling from a lot of different spaces, talking about boycotting. Then she said DEI. Then she was tagging Trump. So there are things that, you know, she's.
I have to side-eye that one still. I'm not going to lie. I love Nicki down, but I am side-eyeing that. I don't like Trump. What are you doing?
This is
what are you doing?
Discourse and dialogue works. There were some other people. Autumn's mom, you tried. It showed that you weren't available. Cammy, Ladybug, did you want to interject? Because I know we've been.
Real quick, I'm gonna get off of here. At the end of the day, yeah, everybody has a right to their opinion, and I love coming on your show and listening to you because you give different point of views, whether I agree or not. Sometimes I come to your show and I be ready to argue, Mims, and then after you get done talking, I'm like, you know, you're right. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody has the right. Like I said, I love Cardi. I love both of them. I'm still gonna stand on what I said. I feel like Nicki is wrong, and I feel like a lot of times because I don't know what's going on, but I think a lot of times, just like the young lady did, she comes on there, she does a lot of talking, but she does not do any listening. And then the minute you try to combat her, then she's just off the wall and going crazy. I'm just like, yeah, some of the stuff that you're saying is right, and I agree with Nicki what she says, but it's like at a certain point you have to be able to listen to both sides, and I feel like it's hard for her to do it. Either she don't want to, or she don't give a fuck, and so it makes it hard for people to like take what she's saying seriously, because we're like, dog, you need to find a middle ground and calm down. So at the end,
but if someone made you their enemy,
talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was not done talking.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
At the end of the day,
we're good. We're good.
Okay, Mims. She's being mean.
Say something that I can't take back. Thank you, bitch.
Oh my God, she called me a B word. Like I'm sorry. Like I have to. I don't know.
Kimmy,
I'm going on mute.
Kimmy, shift it. Fix it.
Wow.
Can you come back up? I didn't mean to interrupt you. It was an accident. Your microphone
It's
is
not
so
a.
low.
It's not
Maybe
an
get
accident.
earphones and put earphones in so that we can hear you. I know you're a boomer, but if you get wireless headphones, you can get them from any Apple store, any mobile phone shop, and put them in your ears. We'll be able to hear you clearly. I can't hear you when you sound like you're far away from the phone. So I'm sorry about that. If you it's not my stage,
I wonder who she's talking
not my
to.
channel. But Mims, if you want to call it back up, I'm sorry. I'll drop.
She was actually
I'll
upset.
drop.
No. She moved on. She said that she didn't want to take it there. So, Cammy, you're the only one on screen. Fix this.
Oh, what?
Well, let's go ahead and close out. Do you want to close out with anything, Cammy?
A positive note. Let's just all get along. I don't know. I hope at some point tomorrow there's some kind of end to it. Maybe. Well, we know there's not going to be an end to it, but maybe there's someone that steps in and kind of just maybe put some kind of pause to it. Somebody with some sense that'll talk some sense into one of them. But it looks like I saw something a little while ago. It looks like Cardi was kind of just pushing back a little bit, but I don't know. It doesn't look like it's gonna end anytime soon. So I don't know.
You got nice skin, Cammy.
Child, this took a lot of work.
And a nice rack.
Honey.
And Cammy, you have a nice rack too.
Can I just say to America, I don't have to be in America to understand. American business is all over the internet. It's on my For You page, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitter. So if I want to involve myself on a global stage with your business on there, I can do that. You shouldn't be xenophobic to other people that are not from America, because we all see the same thing. Unfortunately, our mobile phones make us globalized, so we're all interconnected through the phone. I would never stop you from coming to the UK and speaking on UK topics or speaking on African topics, because at the end of the day, you lot are my cousins. I may be a different accent, but we're all Black people. So at the end of the day, I'm going to involve myself in your business, whether you like it or not. Sorry.
May I say something, please?
Sure.
This is being very, very nice too. I'm not being mean. Okay. To the young lady in the UK.
Yeah.
They were trying to explain to you that Cardi is in fact an African descended woman because she's from the West Indies. She's from the islands.
Yeah.
When you said that you're only about Black women, you can have your opinion. That's great. But that's divisive. Because
no, I'm Black. I'm never gonna not step. I'm always going to celebrate Blackness. I don't care about the other races. And also, do you understand the concept of Trinidad? Do you know that Caribbeans, real Caribbeans, all they are just Americans that live on the Caribbean islands. They're tribes like Arawak, Indian. They're not actually Black. So Cardi B's mother is a Trini, as in a real Caribbean woman, as in not Black, and her dad is Spanish white. In order for you to be a Trinidadian and be fully Black, you'd have to, like Nicki Minaj, you can see her mum is Black. You can see it. I don't see it when I look at Cardi B's Caribbean mother. Cardi B's mum is the same like my friend. My best friend is Caribbean. She's not Black. Real Caribbeans, they are basically, they're Native American people, but because of colonization, you know them as people from the West Indies. They look like Asian people, but they're not. They're actually Caribbeans. Fun fact, Caribbean people actually existed before Africans got brought there and white.
I wonder why you're trying to give me
I'm just saying, because Cardi B's not Black. I know that America has issues with race because of the one drop rule and everything like that. But you have to understand the concept of race. Cardi B's mom, phenotypically, is not a black woman. She's a Caribbean woman. Caribbean, like 100% Caribbean. The dad is Spanish. Not a drop of African blood in her. Not a drop. Not a drop. Sorry, but I'm West African. I know my
Mims,
people, innit? I recognize my people. I know my people. I
Mims,
could look at Mims and be like, Mims' ancestors probably came from Senegal or Mali. I know my people. Cardi B's not my people.
I thought she was,
You look like you could have come from Nigeria, tribes in Nigeria. Cami looks like she could have come from Mali as well. Do you get it?
I
I
know
know
where
my
I came
people.
from.
Cardi B's not one of us. Sorry, she's a
I'm
Kendrick. She's a
I'm v-
Drake.
I'm very, very confident in where I came from. I know my lineage. I appreciate you
Are you a
attempting to point it
foundational
out.
Black American? Are you an
I'm
FBA?
I'm sorry.
Are you a foundational Black American?
My heritage has a lot in it, and it's not necessary for me to go on this.
No, it's not. But I just feel like
are
I'm
you
just
mixed
trying
like
to
Candace
ask.
Owens?
I'm
No, I'm
sorry.
just saying because there's these foundational Black Americans that say that they built the foundations in America, and I'm like, how? When Jewish people own you in sports, they own you in music. What do you actually own? You were brought there to build.
Okay, hold on.
But if we look at like what you actually own, you can't say you're
We,
foundational. Actual people in
hold
America
I,
that have colonies,
I
like
never
the
even
real
said that.
Americans, the
on.
native,
Lord have
Girl.
mercy. I didn't
Sorry.
even get to finish my thought
those are
because
the
she
real
interrupted
Americans.
me
Hold on.
when I
Those
So
are
was
the real Americans.
speaking.
we're gonna let River go, and then we're gonna head out. And I am gonna be doing a video on Candace Owens being mixed. That one's coming up. She said she ain't black, y'all.
She says she's mixed
Yeah, I will be
with
doing a video.
delusion.
Uh, Candace is mixed. That's gonna be the title. She ain't black.
I'm praying for. Sorry.
Ebony, finish your thought, and then River, and we're gonna close this out.
No, I just wanted to say I love you all. I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I mean that's what the internet is for. It's not for everybody. But thanks for letting me come up, Mims. And like I said, I apologize because I didn't understand that diversity, equity, and equality is being used negatively in America. So I will apologize for that.
All
And
right.
to Ebony Williams, it's all love, no disrespect. And to Cami, it's all love, River, cry me a river, and I'm out.
All right. Bye, Banter Babies.
Bye.
Ebony finished, and then River, you'll be closing us out.
Mims, I just want to thank you again for doing this. The last time you and I spoke was when was before you went to New York and you brought up the topic. And I told you that one of my favorite memes that you put up is oh God, the preacher when he had that tongue out.
Oh, I don't have that anymore.
Oh my God, you know who I'm talking about. I can't think
Yeah.
of his name. But anyway, that
Well, I got the hoodoo put on me now. Now you got me making fun of the Lord's servant. So I'm definitely
listen, and I didn't even listen. I
okay.
just appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. I'm sorry that it got so heated. I'm sorry that we were not able to be um, classy based because my good friend Dineva would not be pleased with this because this was not classy based at all.
Texting me.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for all that you do. I'm gonna keep watching, keep subscribing, and doing everything that I've been doing.
I appreciate it. River, go
All
ahead and
right.
close out.
I just want to thank you, Lynn. This is my first time on your panel, I think. Well, it's the first time I'm going to say tonight, for today at least. And I really did enjoy talking to y'all, ladies, especially when we could get a word in endwise. And I want to say I love both women. I enjoy both of the women's work. And it's not a numbers game at all. It's about having fun at what you do. And I hope both of them, especially Nikki, because she's been at this for a long time, and it seems like all she is mad. I want her
Yeah.
to find the joy again. And the person that's not beating Nikki's numbers is Nikki. They want to talk numbers. Nikki's not beating her own numbers. When y'all gonna encourage that? I just want her to find joy. And I'm praying for everybody. And ladies, I enjoy talking to you, Mims. Till next time. Good night, y'all. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good one. I am putting out my Candace Owens Ain't Black video, so look out for that in the next couple days. She says she mixed, and I'm gonna explain everything in that video. Thank you, Cammy, even though you didn't save the day. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, Autumn's mom. It still says device is not connected. I did see you in the background, but I don't know what happened. I can't bring you up. Devices are not connected. They will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. So I'm sorry. It didn't work out tonight. But next time I'm live, we'll try it again for you specifically. And don't be so hard on Banter Babe. She made the night interesting. Y'all know it. Even if you was mad at what she was talking about, it was interesting. And we did need to have some barbs up here to even out the stream. So y'all have a good one.